Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigum Havamake Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashranvanno Divisi Dasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha Prano Devi Saraswati Vajabharvajinivati Dhinam Vitriyavatu Vagdevyai Namaha Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavakai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddhajnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Stapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine Avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Jananim Saradam Devi Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Sritva Pranamami Mukurmukuhu. Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukaswarupaya Swamine Tapaharine Hirime Guru Bhipurvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakyata Sarva Vedantaha Tanityam Pranatosmiham Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badharayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahma Nidhaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha Akhandamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tadedat Preyaha Putrat Preyaha Vityat Preyaha Anyasmat Sarvasmat Antarataram Yadayam Atma. Upanishad assertion as a reason for having love towards the Lord. Scriptures expects everyone as a human being to cultivate love towards the Lord. And it suggests that love towards the Lord is a choiceless one. You cannot avoid it because it is the most dearest one. Putrad preyaha vittad preyaha sarvasmad anyasmad preyaha. Of all entities which you want to love, this entity, which happen to be the Ishvara, is the most dearest one because Antarataram, most nearest one, therefore it is dearest one. When we express our Preeti, love, we hug a person, embrace a person. An object of love is always wished to be near to me. Suppose a person loves jalebi. He cannot keep quiet, keeping the jalebi in front of him. He want to embrace it. He want to be one with that entity which he loves. Therefore, he brings that jalebi and swallows it and makes it as internal part of his identity. Whatever you love, you want it to be nearest. Because it is dearest, you want to be nearest. Upanishad says, because it is nearest, it should be dearest for you. So this is the first reason which we saw in the last class for loving the Lord. What is the first reason? The Lord happened to be the most nearest one. Therefore, he happened to be the dearest one. Therefore, you cannot avoid him loving. In that itself, 3 stages we saw. One is, whatever you love is source of your happiness. Putra is source of your happiness. Vitta is source of your happiness. Similarly, Ishvara also will be source of your happiness, because the so-called Putra and Vitta become source of happiness is because of the manifestation available in that entity. If Ishvara doesn't manifest in Putra, nobody can love Putra. So in and through the Lord only, we can love second entity. Putra is a second entity. But Ishvara is first person singular. Love towards the first person singular is unconditional. Being the Swarupa of our own identity, being the meaning of first person singular, I, you cannot avoid loving him. Because Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam Bhavati. Understand? So you love anything because of source of happiness for you. And it makes a meaning for your life. Here Shastra says, Ishvara's presence makes a meaning for you. Ishvara's presence in the body of Putra alone is making meaning for Putra. And in your body, meaning for yourself. Therefore, first thing is, he is most nearest and substance of your existence, therefore you love him. And he is most nearest in all. He is the substance of all entities which you love. Therefore, in and through Ishvara alone, you can love anything. And third stage is, in fact, you cannot love anything other than Ishvara. Understand? So this is the first reason for loving the Ishvara. Now the second reason is, love towards Ishvara gives validity for human life. Devotion towards the Ishvara alone gives validity for human existence. Now and then our mind will ask, what for I am here? What is my purpose of life? So is it only for eating and enjoyments and merrymaking? Am I a joker in keeping everyone with humor? So we now and then ask within ourselves, what for I am here? Especially those who are tired of working for others, working for company, working for family. They will ask this question. Am I a donkey to carry somebody's luggage? I am here in this existence to carry just somebody's luggage, to fulfill somebody's needs. Am I here? This question comes. So what is the purpose of my existence? For this question, you will have answer only if you have love towards the Lord. Why should I love the Lord? Love towards the Lord is the only criterion which makes our human existence as a valid existence. Otherwise, as I told you, ahara nidra bhaya maitunam cha samanyam etat pashubhir narana buddhir hitesham adhiko visheshaha buddhya vihina pashubhis samana. So all other activities, eating, sleeping, progeny, marrying, socializing, every animal does that. So the buddhi, now and then it will ask, what for I am here? For this question, only possible and valid answer can be to love the Lord I am here. Why I am living? To love the Lord I am living. Why should you love the Lord? If you ask that person, he will tell, see, whatever blessing I have in my life, whatever nice thing I have in my life is a gift I have not brought. From my childhood, I have not brought my mother, I have not brought oxygen, I have not brought this body. It's all given. Parentage is given. Body is given. Gender is given. Life is given. Lifespan is given. The place to stay, live is given. Water to drink, given. Food to eat, given. Everything is given. There are many opportunities to be born as a donkey, to be born as a dog, to be born as a pig or any animal. If I am born as a donkey, suppose, what would have been my condition? Always carrying somebody's luggage, getting beatings. If I would have born as a dog, barking, without having any work, going this side to that side. So, this human life is given to me. 4 or 5 people are given to me to love. Mother was given to me. From mother's body, food was given to me. So, very human life is a precious thing for me. It's a gift. Durlabho manusho dehaha dehinam kshanabanguraha tatrapi durlabham manye vaikunta priyadarshana. The very gift of human life is a precious gift. Durlabha. There is no guarantee for anyone to have this human life. So somebody has given to me this human life. And that too, Kshanabanguraha. As even the human child is born, so many millions of children die the same day. Die within 1 year. Die within the childhood itself. But I am available now. So lifespan is given to me. Kshanabanguraha. Then without any harm, without any deficiency in my body, all the sense organs are intact. Buddhi is intact. Loving mind is intact. So these are all gifts. Not only that, to enrich me, parentage, good parentage are given. Sanatana Dharma is given. Sadhu Sangha is given. The culture wherein I can relate with the Lord at ease, as per my wish, is given. In other cultures, you don't have freedom to love the Lord as you want. Here in Sanatana Dharma, I can love the Lord as mother or father or daughter or son, even as lover, friend, as dasa, master. Any relationship I can strike with the Lord. This grand culture is a gift. And the philosophy which is backing all my emotions and all my attitudes towards the world, towards another human being, towards the creation, towards the creator. These are all given. So many things I have, nice things. Human body, human intellect, human mind, long life, good parent, Vedic culture, scriptures, sadhus association, all are gift. So, if anything I have nice in my life, all are gift. Who has given this gift? If I ask Mummy, do you bring all this gift? Mummy will tell what? Are you are the gift for me. I don't give any gift to you. You yourself is gift for me. I pray to Lord, therefore you are given. I don't give anything to you. Correct? If I ask Father, Father also will tell the same thing. If I ask somebody elder in the society, they also will tell same thing. So who has given this, all these gifts? Because all the human beings in the world are receivers of the gift, including me, including my parent, the elders around me. All say what? We received it. From where? From whom? This question should be asked. Suppose you hand over a gift packet to a child. Child will naturally ask, who has given this gift, Mummy? Understood? At least the giver will expect that question. The child should ask. Suppose uncle has come to the home and he has brought some gift packet to the child and handed over to sister, that is mother of the child. When mother of the child hands over that, the child should ask what? Who has given this gift? Correct? The uncle will be hiding and expecting this question. So our uncle Ishvara is hiding and expecting this question. But unfortunately, human mind, majority of human mind is so idiot and selfish. Very pathetic it is. It uses entire gift. Like the child, if it is the idiot one, what it will do? It will not bother about the giver. It will bother about only gift packet. So it will open and use it. Selfish attitude it is. What type of life it is? What type of mind? Can we call it as human mind? Animal cannot ask this question. If somebody gave some food, it will not ask who is the giver, with what intention he is giving. It sees food and it wants it, so it takes. If human being doesn't ask this question, his life will be what? Equal to this life only, animal life only. So, this human faculty is to express love, gratitude. It is not given to cheat somebody. It is not given to be a selfish. It is not given to harm somebody. It is to find the giver. Because everything I received. The finding instrument also is given. Buddhi also is given. Therefore, if it is not used for finding the giver, if it is not used for loving the giver, then the life will be a futile one, invalid one, painful life it will be. Aravali andanan thal serdar kallal piravali neethal arithu. Katradanal aaya payanenkol valarivan natral thorarenin. Piravi perungadal neendhuvar neendar, Iraivanadi seradar. There is a scripture, namely Tirukkural in Tamil. Very first 10 shlokas itself, the Tiruvallur Swami prescribes the necessity of finding the giver. And he says, whether you are educated or not, it will be determined only when you find the giver. All your other education is a waste of time. Unless you find the giver, you cannot live happily in this world. What is the logic behind that? Upanishad says, Brahmatam paradad yo anyatra atmanaha brahma veda. Kshatram tam paradad yo anyatra atmanaha kshatram veda. Lokaha tam paraduhu yo anyatra atmanaha lokan veda. Devaha tam paraduhu yo anyatra atmanaha devan veda. Bhutani tam paraduhu yo anyatra atmanaha bhutani veda. Sarvam tam paradat yo anyatra atmanaha sarvam veda. It's a beautiful logical statement. Paradat means it will reject you. You will be a rejected piece. In this creation, you will be a rejected one. If you don't find the giver and find the necessity of relating with the giver, and if you don't love naturally the giver, then what is the result? Your life will be a rejected life. Because the nature of giver is such a thing, without finding him, you cannot find any reason for living it. What is the nature of the giver? He is not sitting in Vaikunta or Kailasha. Yad ayam atma antaratara. He gives validity and existence for everything which you have. Understood? Logically, if you imagine, you are here, vast creation is in front of you. Beginning from mosquito to mother-in-law, my Acharya Swamiji used to say. So in front of you, there is a vast creation. You have to handle them. You are most insignificant entity, size-wise, lifespan-wise, capacity-wise, knowledge-wise, compared to the vastness of the creation, the vastness of the knowledge existence in the creation, the vastness of species, the size of species. One elephant, simple cajoling can finish you off. What to talk about elephant? One bacteria can finish off. Corona can finish off. It is not available for your sight at all, but it can finish you off. So you are living in a creation as an individual, having the creation in front of you, which are going to harm you. Any moment they can harm you. Whether they harm you or not, you have the fear, intrinsic fear, that you will be harmed. That is why any barking, dog barking, people run. Why? Any sound, people are afraid of. Even electricity goes off, the house becomes dark, people are afraid of. People around us suddenly disappear, you are afraid of. Why? Why? Because you know that you are most insignificant entity. Anybody can chop off you. So how to escape from this? How to escape? Here Shastra says, there is someone who is connected with everything in the creation. Hold on to him. There is someone, Ishvara, namely Ishvara, who is the connecting thread. Mattaf parataram nanyat kinjidasti dhananjaya mayi sarvamidam proktam sutre manigana iva. Suppose you are a money, you are a bead in the mala, namely creation. You are one bead. Mosquito is another bead. Coronavirus is another bead. Elephant is another bead. Mother-in-law, father-in-law is another bead. Like that. But all these beads are connected with one thread. The thread is always hidden. So how to connect with these other beads which are different from each other? Bhagavan Krishna says in this Gita, you hold on to the thread, you will be inside the mala. Suppose you cut off the relationship with the thread, what will be your condition? You are out of the garland. Imagine you are a flower and so many other flowers are there. There are certain flowers which will eat another flower, you know. There are certain plants, non-vegetarian plants are there. Generally, plants are vegetarian, eaten by non-vegetarian animals. But there are certain plants which are eater of vegetarian and non-vegetarian food also. It will swallow the snake. There are certain plants. So like that, one flower is there, swallowing another flower. Suppose imagine. What will happen in your condition? If you are connected with the thread of the mala, you can decorate the Lord. If you are thrown away from that mala, where will be your position? That is what Upanishad says. Brahma tam parada, tam nastikam. Some selfish fellow will be rejected by Brahma. Here the word Brahma can be interpreted in many ways. Brahma means Brahmanaha. A wise person will reject you because you have rejected him. Anything you consider away from you means what? You have rejected him. Not connected with you. So don't care policy starts from you. You are not caring. Therefore, you will not be care. Since you don't care, you will not be cared. If you care Ishvara, you will feel the caring of the Ishvara. Whether you care or not, he is caring. Understand? Whether you care or not, you are taken care of by Ishvara. Whether the child cares the mother or not, mother by nature of love, she cares the child. But if the child knows that mother is carrying me, the existence will be a happy existence. Otherwise it will be a suspicious existence. Understand? If child has that caring nature, understanding that my mother is carrying me, when mother feeds some medicine, the child will swallow happily because my mother is carrying me. Suppose that child doesn't have that trust, doesn't have that idea that mother is carrying me. Anything she feeds, the child will be suspicious. Understand? Similarly, Ishvara is carrying you, whether you care him or not. But if you know that he is carrying you, your existence will be happy existence. This is one interpretation for the word Brahma. Another interpretation, Brahmanaha. Brahmanaha category means what? Acharyaha, a wise person. If you have that understanding that he is here to guide me, the people around us who play a significant role in teaching us how to live, beginning from how to brush, how to dress, how to eat, how to sleep, all told by elders only. Not idiot elders. At least in that area they are wise. They will not open their mouth and give their experience as a piece of suggestion or advice. So, tam parada. A wise person will reject you because you have rejected him. Who is at last? You are at last. So, when you reject them as different from you, then you are rejected automatically. They don't reject you, but you are isolating yourself. For example, you reject Surya, sunlight, by closing your window. Surya doesn't do anything, but you are deprived of vitamin D. You are deprived of vitamin D. Modern society has a lot of problems because of insufficiency, deficiency of vitamin D. Why? Because they reject Surya Devata. In those days, people used to get up 5 o'clock and after morning ablutions, they are available for Surya Udaya, for with prayerful hand and mind. Now people are sleeping up to 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock morning. So what is the result? Suryaha tam parada. Vitamin D deficiency parada. Understood? A person who gets up very early, 4 o'clock, it's called Brahma Muhurta. 3:30, 4 o'clock, you get up, finish your morning ablutions and sit for meditation, prayer. Then you see 6 o'clock how it will be. Your existence is a happy existence. So whatever you reject, you are rejected by that. That is the logic. Very great logic. Anything you reject, it will reject you. It will reject you means what? Even though it is available, it is not useful for you. So Brahmatam Paradat Yaha Atmanaha Anyatra Brahma Veda. He is not away from you. Because the teaching is nothing is away from you, including Ishvara. Understood? So this revelation makes a grand sense in understanding what is Ishvara. It is completely different revelation, different from any other culture, any other religious textbooks. According to other cultures, Semitic cultures and religious textbooks of Semitic religion, Ishvara is someone sitting somewhere else. Here the revelation is Ishvara is not someone. It is first person singular, it is second person singular and plural, it is third person singular plural, it is entire creation. You got the point? So you cannot isolate yourself and live happily. So, Yaha Atmanaha Anyatra Brahma Veda, one who understands the Ishvara as different from himself, Brahmatam Paradat. Brahmanaha tam paradat. Kshatriyaha tam paradat. Devaha tam paradat. Lokaha tam paradat. All creatures will give up you. That is why you feel that you are threatened by every blessed thing in the creation. When every blessed thing is for blessing you, even poison is for blessing. When you are bitten by a snake, the poison, existence of poison is a blessing for you. So what is not useful for you in life, please tell. What is not? No, bacteria is very harmful. Same type of bacteria only useful also. That is why you are asked to take curds more. Understood? No, fungus are all problematic. Fungus, good fungus also are there. That which is problematic for you is useful for some other creature. Understood? So creation is such a grand thing. You cannot isolate yourself and hope to live happily. You cannot isolate yourself and hope to find the validity for your life. What is the use of a life when whole life is meant for quarreling? Because when you reject someone, something, you are ready for quarreling, na? Why you reject? Because you find there is a threat. Correct? So when there is a threat, self-defense mechanism is natural for every jiva. So whole life is what? Threat, quarrel, security concerns. One who understands the sutra which connects all the entities in the creation doesn't have this threat at all. Abhayam praptosi janakaha. Yajnavalkya Rishi says, now because you understood the nature of the Lord as first person singular, second person singular plural, and third person singular plural, as living entity, as innate entity, as Chaitanya Vastu, as Jada Vastu, all. Therefore, Janaka, Abhayam Praptose, because nothing is there to harm you. Understand? A person who understands the nature of the Lord, understands his real nature, understand the real nature of the creation, understand the nature of the neighbor. Because we don't have any knowledge about ourselves, about the Lord, about the creation, and about the people around us, therefore only we are always feeling the threat. Now understand? This knowledge makes our life as a fruitful life, valid life. Therefore, Upanishad gives warning, Sarvam tam paradat, yaha anyatra atmanaha, sarvam veda. Mosquito is part of myself, not my body. Understand? Myself. So there is a want of understanding in our mind. What do you mean by self, first person singular? What do you mean by Ishvara? What do you mean by Jagat? So, Shastra is giving a motivation for us by giving a hidden points. What is the hidden point? If you understand, you will be happy. So it motivates us to go for that understanding. So here the Upanishad says, every blessed thing in the creation will reject you if you reject any part of the creation. And certainly you will be rejected if you reject the thread of the creation. What is the thread of the creation? Ishvara. Same idea in Valmiki Ramayana, Bhagavan Valmiki Rishi says, Yascha Ramam na pashyetu, yancha Ramo na pashyati, nindidasa bhave loke, swatma yenam vigarhate. Yenam swatma api vigarhate. This fellow will be rejected by himself, he says. Vigarhana means getting insult. Getting insult. So, when he is lying down in ICU ward or in deathbed, his mind will tell, Arey, you lived so many years, what you got in this life? Yes, he has to be prepared for next journey. Punarjanma is there, whether he likes or not. So, that time mind will show all the past experiences in this particular life, cinema will come. So what he will see, if there is no time or energy spent in devotional practices, what he will see? I got up, ate, without brushing my teeth I ate, and quarrel with some people, again I ate, then I slept. Then again I got up. Like that 1 year, 2 year, 3 year over. So I thought people will give everything free to me, that after 3 or 4 years I understood that it is nothing comes free, so I have to prepare myself to purchase. I should have the capacity of purchasing things which I like to have or want to have or necessary for having. So I prepared myself with education, employment, people around me like that. For what? Only for eating, only for pampering this body. What life it is? What is the difference between this life and dog life? At least dog is a little bit relaxed sometimes. How nicely he does one first class position like this, it will do like this, relaxed position. In yogasana also is there. Shwana asanam it is called, relaxation. That relaxation also you don't have. What life? All the time running. The running started at the age of 3.5 years. And without your permission, somebody put it in the jail, in that nursery school jail. Then you saw everywhere Rakshasis and Rakshasas in front of you in the form of your teachers. And they started beating you or pinching you like that. And in house also, mommy told, get up, time is over. Then she pushed you in the school bus. That fellow told, get down, school has come. Then you entered the school, the teachers told, get in. Then after 5-6 hours, they told, get out. Everywhere, get in, get out. What for? What for? And employment also get in, get out. And for some people, marriage life also get in, get out. Kya avastha? What life it is? Swatma pyenam vigarhate. Your own mind will reject you and tell, useless fellow, such a precious opportunity for you to find out the solution for all problems. You have wasted an entire lifetime in eating and preparing yourself for eating. Kya avastha? Either you should have searched for the entity, or that entity should have revealed itself to you. Yascha ramam na pashyetu, yancha ramam na pashyetu. Nindidas sabhave loke. All would have been scolded you. Yes, Swami, whole life I got what? Only scolding. My own children told, why you have begetted me? What you have given to me? I lived whole life for my children, like a horse running from one place to a place, like a donkey carrying all their needs. What is the certificate I got from them? What you have given to us? See the next neighbor wala. Their father has given Mercedes-Benz car. What you have given? Like that they scolded me. And of course, wife, from day one onward, same thing. Ungala kalyanam pannine ennatha kande. What I got after marrying you? This is the statement. My parents were not satisfied. My wife was not satisfied. My husband was not satisfied. My children were not satisfied, including I am not satisfied. Can anybody say I am satisfied? Can anybody put their mustache, I am satisfied? Even Ravana cannot tell. Why? Brahmatam parada. When Brahma, Sakshat Brahma is standing in front of him, this fellow could not recognize that entity. And what he told? Vanavasi. Sakshat Jagannatha was in front of him. He could not able to see that divine nature. Therefore, for him, everyone is enemy. Correct? That's what Brahmatam Parata. Chatram Tam Paradat. Devaha Tam Paradat. Devatas are all enemies for him. Lokaha Tam Paradhaku. They all are waiting when this fellow will die. Kya avastha? He says, I am successful. I have done tapasya. Dashaloka Swami. Like that he says. But others don't accept. They rejected him. All are waiting for an opportunity to finish him off. Entire creation was waiting. What mistake he has done? When Brahma Vastu was in front of him, he could not able to recognize. Understood? Just opposite. Another entity who is in the form of monkey body. Anjaneya. Hanumanji. As even Vanavasi comes, in that Vanavasi form, Hanuman could see Brahma. Understood? Therefore, today, everyone worships Hanumanji. Everyone wants Hanumanji's help, including people who are in love affair. They go to Hanumanji's temple. Anjaneya, you have helped Mother Sita and Ramji to join. You help us also, like that they pray to a brahmachari god. Why? Because he has embraced the entire creation as an object of love, including Ravana. He goes to Ravana's Sabha, he says, what a grand fellow you are. Then Ravana was wondering, this is the first fellow who says I am grand. What a grand fellow you are, Ravana. 10,000 years you did tapasya. You got everything by your hard work. But because of your arrogance, you could not withstand that power. Give up that arrogance. He says, I am friendly to you. Please take my advice. I want to see this grandness to exist for eternity. And it is possible only when you accept that entity in your life, which is the substratum and substance of all things which you have. Even Mandodari, Mother Mandodari could recognize Ramji's real nature. And she advises Ravana. But this fellow, blind fellow, because of arrogance, his heart was blind, could not. Therefore, Parada. After the death of Ravana, holding the Ravana's body, Mother Mandodari says this. When Bhagavan himself has come in front of you to bless you, you have rejected him. Now you are rejected by entire creation. How you are lying down on this battlefield, you see, like that she cries. So whether somebody is there in our life to tell this or not, our own mind, swatma api, yenam vigarghate. Arey, how many opportunities we have to hear this, to have satsanga. How many opportunities you have to love. All opportunities you lost. And you lived a selfish life, pampering your own body. Pampering your own body, you lived. Whether the body helped you, now it is going to give up you also. It is going to leave you also. For which sake you lived a whole life? For which sake you lived? For body's sake you lived whole life. That very body is going to give up you. You consider yourself as body. That is why you are pampering yourself with all types of sense pleasures. Now that body is going to give up you, and it is telling the truth. I am not you. You are not inert body. I am going to give up you. You have to continue your travel. Better luck to get good body next Janma. Who says goodbye? Body says. Prana says. This prana says, I am going to go away, my dear. You hang yourself. That time, who is there to help? Can any relative help you? Can the assets which you earned help you? Can anything give you solace? That's what Alexander's life happened. That fellow went into world conquest. Fortunately, he came to India. Therefore, he abandoned that world conquest project and went back. But on the way itself, he had to pass away. So he told to his soldiers, 3 things you should do. First thing is, whatever I looted and gained and earned, entire wealth, diamonds and gold, should be thrown on the road when my dead body was taken away towards the burial ground. Why? They asked. With lot of effort you have earned all these things. Useless. They cannot give one more day lifetime to me. One more day. How many lives I have chopped off? One day life I could not get extra so that I could see my mother and die. I could see my motherland and die. This is my last wish. This itself is not possible. So on the way itself we have to throw everything. Wealth is not going to help you to increase your lifespan one day. Correct? Then my dead body should be carried by doctors, best doctors of our nation, he told. Why? That is the lesson to the society. In spite of being an emperor, in spite of surrounded by best doctors in the country, still they cannot save you. Second demand. Then he told, in my coffin, sideway there should be hole. Through that hole, my hand should be stretched out. My hand should come away from the coffin and it should be opened. Why, they asked? So that the world will know the world conqueror Alexander, who looted the wealth of the world, cannot take a gram of gold with him. So while living you are threatened, while dying also you are threatened, and you are threatened about the future also. That is called Marana Bhaya. Understood? While living you have the Marana Bhaya, because whether I will die, I will die, I will die, I will die. While dying also you have Marana Bhaya, I am going to die, I am going to die. After Marana also what will happen? You have Marana Bhaya. So therefore, Upanishad warns, all pursuits in life have only meaning when you find this Purna Vastu, this fulfilling entity. Ishvara is the only entity which fulfills everything because it is Sarvam. Sarvam will fulfill Sarvam. Correct? So therefore, you cannot escape from fear of life and fear of death if you don't find this entity which is the source of this fear for a person who doesn't know about him. Bhishasmat vata pavate bhishodeti suryaha bhishasmad agnischendrascha mrutyuhu dhavati panchamaiti. The same Ishvara who is the source of all nice things in the creation, Srishtikarta, Palanakarta, loving one, caring one, same Ishvara is Pralayakarta also. If you don't understand him, so he will appear to you as only Pralayakarta. That is why people say, majority of humanity says, I fear God. Why? Why you fear God? Because you don't know about him. In Western culture and Arabic culture, Semitic culture, this fear of God is the most dangerous fear. Why fear of God? Because fear of hell. Because he will throw you in the eternal hell. Burning will be there. There also this fellow want to be comfortable. That is why he is afraid of. Somehow you want to find out some shortcuts. There was a time in Christianity wherein the church informed, you do any akrama, donate some portion of your wealth and get certificate from us that you are pardoned by Jesus Christ. That certificate will be given by church. And keep that certificate under the pillow when you are at deathbed. You will get heaven. This assurance was given. So fellows poured money, wealth, then church became wealthy church. That's how Christianity has grown up. If you read the growth of Christianity, very funny things you know. Because they have manipulated the fear of human mind and they earned a lot of money. Christian clergies, church. They became wealthy by one shortcut. Because they have fear of hell. So how to get rid of it? Donate to us. We will give you a certificate. And put that certificate under the pillow. Okay. Then you will get heaven there because of our certificate. And still continues. Not in the form of certificate. In the form of pardoning ceremony it is called. So whole week you can do akrama. Sunday you can come. The clergy will pardon you. In the name of Jesus Christ, all the sins will be pardoned. Okay. Then you thank you say. Then next where you go? To accumulate the same sin. But in our Sanatana Dharma, human being doesn't have the capacity to do that. But Tirtha Kshetras have the capacity. You go to Ganga Snana, you will be pardoned. Understand? So like that, religions also manipulate. And the Tirtha Kshetras, all pujaris will be sitting and dan dao, you give the dana. So you also have the faith. But you don't have faith in God. You have faith in pardoning power of the pujari sitting on the bank of the Ganga. From where he got? From scriptures he got that power. Where from scriptures originated? Ishvara. You could have gone directly to him. So whole life will be a rejected life. You will be a rejected piece. That in the garment company or the computer company, whatever manufacturing company is there, things are not as per the norms. Okay. If it is not as per the norms of the product, it will be called as rejected piece. So you also will be a rejected piece in life. Not only rejected by others, but rejected by yourself. That is why you have dissatisfaction while dying. While living, at least are you satisfied? Again dissatisfaction. When you are satisfied, you can be satisfied only on one condition. If you found out that entity which fulfills everybody's life, if you find out that entity as your own and love that entity as your own, then he say, Kim karishyati mrityuhu, like Markandeya Rishi. When Mriti came, he sang a song. Yamaha Kim karishyati. In Tamil Nadu also there was a great poet, Bharatiya. At the deathbed he sings this particular song. Kala, Vada, Unnai Kalal Udaipen, Poda. He says. Kala means Mrityu. Oh Mrityu, come. I will give you a hit by my leg. He was fearless while dying. Because he happened to be the Shishya of Sister Nivedita, who happened to be the Shishya of Swami Vivekananda, who happened to be the Shishya of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Guru Parampara gives that assurance, that knowledge, that purpose for life, and that direction. What is the direction of life? Find him. Dundo. If you don't find him in your life, parada. You are a rejected entity. Initially, creation will reject you, or at least you will feel that creation is rejecting you. Not a feeling alone, it is fact for you. That's why you are afraid of every bus, train, electricity. Any forces are against you, working against you as per as your conviction. That's why you follow safety measures. People around you are threat to you. Therefore, you are trying to protect yourself. Some are trying to protect from their wife. Or if wife is a threat for you, what for she is? If husband is a threat for you, what for he is? Either threat for your life or threat for your money. So people have separate accounts. Why this? Parada. So I can go on add this about the threat. Understand? In short, find out that entity who is going to be always or who is always with you. Recognize that entity and find purpose of your living in this creation. And have the relaxation. Have the relaxed life. Whether anybody accepts me or rejects me, I have no problem. One entity will not reject me at any cost. One entity will not judge me at any cost. The very judgment is the problem for us, The fear of judgment only makes us to hide many things in our life. If I tell this to that person, however close, that's why the modern psychologists, they give advice. Don't tell everything to your life partner. When that will be used against you, you yourself don't know. So why husband doesn't share everything to wife, wife doesn't share everything to husband, parent doesn't share everything to children, children doesn't share, especially the adolescent children, when they become 14 or 13, they simply start hiding from parent. Why? Modern psychology also gives, protect yourself. Hide many things of your life because you will be judged. They will give you judgment. So very judgment is a threat for me. Correct? What they will think. That idea. One entity is there who never gives judgment. Find out that entity. Relate with him. Be happy with him. That's what Upanishad says. Understood? So what is the first reason? He is the most nearest, therefore most dearest. You cannot avoid him. Loving. Better to love. Second reason is, without loving him, your life will be a painful one, a rejected one. Not only rejected by the creation and the living beings in the creation, by your own mind you will be rejected. So, find out that entity which makes you full and complete in spite of people presence or absence, in spite of presence or absence of objects in your life. Is there anyone? Go to any ashrama and see a monk or see a sadhu who doesn't have any bank account, who doesn't have any family, who doesn't have any house to stay, who doesn't have even kaupina to wear. He says, Purnoham. Even if you are a householder, you can have it. This knowledge will make you a Purnaha, a sannyasi inside the home. Chandramani Devi, who happened to be the mother of Bhagavan Sri Ram Krishna, was living in a small room. She was asked by Mathur Babu, who happened to be the owner of the Dakshineshwar temple complex, Mother, I love your child, Sri Ram Krishna. Such a beautiful, loving person you have given to me in my life. So I want to give something to you. What do you want? Can I write some piece of land, acres of land in your name? She told, no. What I will do in this old age? Can I give some necklace? No, I am already widow. I cannot wear all this. So what do you want? So she told, I have everything. I don't want anything. No, please think over and tell. So 24 hours was given to her to think about her need. Next day when Madhur Baba came and asked, Mother, whether you have decided what to ask from me? Yes, I decided. Then Madhur Baba thought she better ask something. She told, give me that beetle leaf worthy of 4 paise. 4 paisa worthy of beetle leaf. You give me. That is her need. Imagine how much fulfilled that heart might have been. Even though she was a mother of many children, even though she was a widow, even though she was poor from the standard of the society, her heart was full of satisfaction. 10,000 rupees was offered to Bhagavan Sri Ram Krishna, Lakshman Seth ji. Hot cash or cold cash, whatever you have. Full cash, suitcase. In those days, 10,000 rupees, imagine. But Bhagavan Sri Ram Krishna told, I am full and complete. I don't need any of these things. You may ask my wife, because she is taking care of household, wherein 25 people have to be fed daily. She has to cook for 25 people. A small room. She may need something. So you ask her. Mother Sarada Devi told, I also don't want. Full and complete. Because they have found out this entity in their life. Bhagavan himself comes and does this Leela. Are you may be a poorest person in the entire city. 7 rupees salary. Being a pujari in that Dakshineshwara temple complex. 7 rupees salary. How to manage 25 people feeding? Never bothered. When Mother Sarada Devi reminded Sri Ramakrishna, salary has not come. Please go and inform. What? Should I go and ask for my salary? Then who will ask? Are you are asking food for 25 people daily? He told, no. They will bring. When they bring, you take it. That type of level of satisfaction. In that situation, 10,000 rupees is offered. The mind says, we don't need. Understand? This is the contrast. Here a fellow like Ravana having everything. Ravana was not that time only. So now also so many Ravanas are there. Ravayati iti Ravanaha. One who makes others to cry is called Ravana. Please understand. And Rodayati iti Ravanaha. Rodati iti Ravanaha. One who cries all the time is called Ravana. One who makes others to cry also is called Ravana. Having all pomps and shows. Nothing for him to be useful. Everything, whatever he has, including his dog, is a threat for him. His house is a threat. His security guard is a threat. The Prime Minister was killed by security guard. Understood? Everything is a threat. Including the food he is taking is a threat. You know, many rich people will not take food directly. It should be checked by somebody. And after half an hour, he should be alive. Then only this fellow will take food. What life it is? Uchishta food only he has to take always. And he cannot change the plate also. The plate, the food quantity from which is taken, balance alone he should take. Prime Minister has to take always Uchishta food only. Kya life? Raja's life is like this, pathetic. Understood? This is what Upanishad says. Are, where you are, what for you are living? You have everything around you, but nothing is comfortable for you. You see this fellow sadhu having kaupina or not having that also. See him. What life you want? You decide. If you want a comfortable, carefree, happy life like a child life, hold on that mother who happened to be the eternal mother in your life. All other physical mothers are mother for only for 4 years or 5 years, that's all. After they claim, I am your mummy, I am your mummy, I am your mummy. Then only the child will tell, okay, why you became my mummy? Finally it will ask. Understand? That motherhood exists in the mind of the mother only for 3 years, 4 years. Afterwards, business mind comes. The quarrel itself will you take side of mother? Nee amma pakkama, appa pakkama. Ange quarrel vandrum. When the child is 3 year, 4 year old, they start to party. This question did not come before. Because matrutva has gone from the mind of the physical mother. Naturally, for every animal, after 6 months only dog keeps, afterwards it kicks off. Or sometimes eats also. Many lions are eaten by lion father, you know. Lion cubs are eaten by lion father. Mother has to protect. Sometimes mother herself will eat. It's there in there. But in human life, you cannot eat physically your child, but you eat his mind by putting all your unfulfilled desires in the mind of the child. Parent torture the child. Many children come and complain. My parents are torturing me, Swamiji. They are asking me to become doctor. So I called that parent and asked, why you are forcing? Swamiji, I myself could not become. That is why I am telling. So that fellow immediately jumped and told, see, when you cannot become, why should I become? I am your son only. How can I become? So like that, quarrels, everywhere quarrels. Find out that parent, find out that mother who will never claim any privilege of being a mother. All people claim the privilege of being that status. Understood? Unless you recognize that role, their love towards you will be slowly reducing and they will distance yourself. Correct? All relationships. You have to recognize their contribution. Now and then you have to tell, I miss you, mummy, I miss you, dad, I miss you, wife, like that. Otherwise, naturally they will miss you. One entity in your life can never reject you, even if that entity wants, because he is Purnam. Purnam cannot reject anything. Understand? One entity in life, in our life, who will never judge us, who never give judgment to us, that entity, namely Ishvaraha, should be understood properly, and we have to find his existence, ever existence, eternal existence. He is not somewhere else hiding. Open your eyes, he is available. Open your mouth, he is available. Open your nose, even for breathing, he is available. So, devotion to Lord is the most important thing because it fulfills our life. Then third reason is, if you want to be free from fear, you have to find him. No other way. First argument is, it is choiceless. Whether you like it or not, he is very near to you, therefore better to recognize. Second one is, like a carrot. If you get him, you will get nice thing. Safety. Fulfillment. Third one is a warning. Otherwise, your life will be like this. That third point we will see in the next class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sad. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
Ragi Tandirya Bhikshake Ragi Tandirya 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 Yogya Ragi Bhogya Ragi Bhagyavanta ಪಾದ